Hi everybody, and thank you for joining me today. I am very excited because I found a way to make the OP-1 obsolete. Big words, I know. The thing is, up to now, lots of people have been asking me, is this better than the OP-1? Should I get the OP-1 field instead? And most of the time what I answer is, if you like sequencing, use the XY. If you like a more traditional tape style recording audio workflow, then use the OP-1, but that is about to change. Normally, companies are very careful not to make a product that'll hurt the sales of another one of their products, like Elektron boxes, for example. The Digitech does stuff that the SyncTech doesn't do, and vice versa, so you still need to get both. And in this case, the XY is limited to up to 20 or 22 seconds of sampling, so you couldn't actually do long-form audio. But there is a way. This is a track I'm working on. It has long-form piano, long-form vocals. It can't be done. And I'm going to show you how. See, the thing is, you get 20 or 22 seconds of sampling, max time. So you can't really do a whole verse in that time if you wanted to do the verse in just one take. But with a little patience, there is a workaround. And let me show you. This is the drum sampler. Now, why am I using a drum sampler for long-form audio? See, each one of these keys can hold a sample. So if you just record a sample in each one of these keys, you can basically start making little clips that'll form your whole audio. And I know it sounds a bit tedious, but actually I think it works better than the tape, because on the tape, if you mess up, you got to start from scratch. So if each one of these keys can hold up to 20 seconds, let's say, of a sample, then if you grab 3 keys, you have a whole minute. If you have 6 keys, you have 2 minutes, so on and so forth. So actually, you have a longer tape here than on the OP-1 tape, which I think is 6 minutes total. So what was the workflow here? I knew I wanted to make a more traditional style, song, an actual verse, pre-chorus, and a chorus type thing. So I was playing something on the piano. So my thought process was, I have the verse, which is 4 bars that repeat twice. So let's see how long the verse is. If it's less than 20 or 22 seconds, I can sample it. And that's what I did. "16 seconds. So what I did was I sampled this, the piano playing, into one of my drum tracks. And I did that for the verse, for the pre-chorus, and for the chorus. So the next tricky part was, how do I get the vocals in here? And then I thought, wait a minute, I can sample while the track is playing. So basically, I can just repeat the process on another track. So I made another drum sampler, and now I just press record. There is a monster inside my head. Oh no. There we go. There is a monster inside. There is a monster. So now we just, trim it down. This is a weird thing. I gotta mention this. You can zoom in to your sample, but after that, you don't really do anything. It just kind of morphs the wave. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I can't actually trim this, so I have to go back out and just hope for the best. And there we go. There is a monster in... Okay. There is a monster inside my head. This works. Okay, so that works for the first part of the verse, but this thing keeps on going. Should I make different scenes or different patterns for each one? No need. Remember, each one of your tracks can have a different bar scaling. So if you take it up to 8 or something, you have up to 1,024 steps, something like that. And you're just using one voice. So you could basically have a very long vocal part here on just this track. And that's exactly what I did. That's the first part of the vocal. And on the third bar, there's another step, which is another whole sample. Perfect! Who needs a tape now? Okay, so the tape is gone. Adios tape, you were good. Finally, my OP-1 gas has been satiated. Because after this, I don't really need an OP-1, except for the cow. Yeah, the cow is pretty epic. I wish this had a cow. No cow here, but I'll live. That's really cool here is that you could actually stack up a bunch of voices on top of each other without the risk of messing up as you do on the OP-1. So funnily enough, TE has made their own OP-1 killer right here. And the other thing that I found really cool when I was working here is that I've started to really harness the sound design aspect of some of the synths in here, and I'm getting some amazing results. Like for example, listen to this bass. Listen to this lead. Listen to these strings. And in context. Turned it into a disco track. And if that wasn't awesome enough, I went a step further and I sampled my voice in little chunks in here so I can actually sing through the keys on the drum sampler. So now, before I play you the finished song, because it's really good, I think I might actually release this on like Spotify and iTunes. There are a few important caveats to using this workflow, which the OP-1 obviously doesn't have. First of all, since the drum sampler is the one that you're using here, the compressor doesn't detect it, or it doesn't consider it like for sidechain compressing. So you can't really do much sidechaining because it'll be part of like the drum set. The other thing that you need to watch out for is that since it is a drum sampler, when you do the step components, or sorry, the punch-in effects, then they will be affected by those effects. So for example, my piano sample, which starts at the beginning, if I do like a repeat or something like that, it'll mess up the whole, timing of it. So the important thing is don't do any, weird effects when it starts, so on that one step, it doesn't get affected. But on the vocals, it really does some cool stuff. Listen to this. Another important thing is, since the main melody is going to be from that sample, your brain won't work here. Not your brain, the XY's brain won't work here to do the transposing. So you got to be careful which one of these step components and what kind of stuff your brain can do so that it doesn't, mess up the whole track. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this, and it's been just a blast doing this for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this song, and as always, I found this video useful, or at least entertaining. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. There is a monster behind my bed. Oh no. He's always trying.